In other news that's going on in the world that I'm slightly like making my Roman Empire, the Beckham family drama. So I'll start this off by saying, one, my name is Victoria, which means since I was a small child, I have loved Victoria Beckham. I was a Spice Girls kid growing up. For many people in my generation, I had the dolls, I had everything. And I particularly always wanted the Posh Spice items because, as someone named Victoria, in an area where I was literally the only Victoria, I was just like, I made her my whole personality as a child. And like, to be fair, I've wanted to be her drawn inspiration from her multiple times in my life, right? The WAG era, the overhyped glam, the era of just every era, the Netflix doc era. Like, I don't know, I've just always adored her. And she's always been slightly aloof, and better than me, but I don't know, she was she was something to reach for as a level of elegance. Clearly I have not, because this is what I'm wearing today. With that said, I think a lot of things can be true at the exact same time. I can think that maybe Brooklyn Beckham did feel stifled or suffocated by his family. I think there is a lot of pressure in a family that large, that has that big of a public reputation, that has that much marketing behind them. I think, of course, there has to be feelings, right, of feeling like maybe I was just a pawn, maybe I was a tool. But everything I've ever seen of that family on TV, and maybe it's just for show, has always also shown a very loving family, even in this chaos. And they're trying to still do that in this chaos that is their lives. I also think that you could never have to do anything hard in your whole life, and so the smallest inconvenience becomes hard. I do think when you look at his wife and the track record of his wife, be it the nanny incident, be it the wedding planners, I think there's a pattern there. And I think that we're seeing part of that pattern play out. I think in many ways, maybe he had these insecurities or these feelings, and she just has fed into them more for her. A couple of the claims in that thing, I'm just as far as the wedding dress goes, the Vogue article made it very clear they were working with the designer for a year on that gown. So now all of a sudden this gown was just a last minute thing. As someone for a pageant who had a custom made gown, I can tell you I had 8 weeks and that thing was stretched. It barely happened on time. So I really just don't buy this weeks before for Valentino to come up with this gown. Now, maybe it wasn't the main wedding gown they're talking about. That's always been the story. Maybe it was a dress she was gonna wear for later in the night during the reception. I don't know. But I wouldn't think I want Victoria Beckham to make my wedding dress. I would think I want Victoria Beckham to make my rehearsal dinner dress, or my honeymoon dress, or my engagement photo dress. Those seemed more reasonable things to expect from from Victoria's design house than a wedding gown, right? Also, I think the animal thing just doesn't make sense to me. I think that was just a tack on by his wife to be look it, she really is horrible. She won't even help animals. But why would someone living in England post about helping animals in a wildfire in California? It doesn't make sense, and it feels like a reach. I think Victoria felt that way. I feel it'd be a much more reasonable thing if she was at a gala in England for an animal rescue to ask Victoria to come to bring more attention to that. Does that make sense? Overall, I'm still on Team Beckham on this one. And also, I love Victoria, but I can't see this dance being so inappropriate. What was she doing? Giving him a lap dance? Come on, people. Again, I think it was blown out of proportion. I doubt we will ever see this video. Also, it wasn't the first dance in this whole idea. She cried for the rest of the night. I don't know, girl, at your wedding, blow it off. I don't know. I just feel it does protest too much going on here.